When was the last time you took a leap of faith, trusting that everything is going to work out? Do you crave growth, or are you merely content with the status quo? If you want more out of your life, out of your career, and out of your relationships, you are in the right place. Take the leap and discover how to create a life by design rather than living it by default. Real success starts with you. Now here's your host, Colleen Biggs.
Hello, listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Take the Leap. I am your host, Colleen Biggs. Wow, I am just ecstatic about today. I had a chance to connect with a friend over the weekend in Cabo, and I will tell you, it prompted me to want to come on and do an episode about connection and how important not only is connection with other people, but I feel like connection with ourselves is so important. And before I get to that episode today, which we're going to be talking more about how you build those connections with other people, and I'll share some stories of how those connections, which we've talked about in the past, have built my net worth. They've actually built my net worth. I wanted to thank today's sponsor, and our today's sponsor actually is one of the businesses that I own here in Phoenix, Arizona. So I always encourage my podcasters out there, if you have a podcast, sponsoring is one of the best things you can do with your podcast. So if you have a business, then your business should be sponsoring your podcast. If your friend has a business, if one of your clients has a business, it's a great value add. It's also another way to monetize your podcast, is also by having sponsors for the show to cover the costs of what your podcast costs you to have it produced. And today's sponsor on the show is Beyond Basil Mobile Pizzeria. We're passionate about bringing the authentic flavors of Italy right to your event. Our mobile pizzeria is a culinary adventure on wheels where we craft artisanal pizzas using the finest ingredients and traditional Neapolitan techniques. Whether you're craving a classic margarita or looking to explore one of our unique flavor combinations, our skilled pizziolas are here to create mouthwatering pizzas that will tantalize your taste buds. With our commitment to quality and exceptional service, we aim to provide an unforgettable dining experience for every one of your guests. Explore our menu, book us for your next event, and follow us on Instagram at Beyond Basil Pizza. Get ready to embark on a pizza journey like no other with Beyond Basil Mobile Pizzeria. You can view the menu and contact us at Beyond Basil. Oh my goodness. Beyond Basil Mobile Pizzeria.com. Okay, now back to today's show about connections, and I'll get back to my story. So I spent the weekend in Cabo with a friend who is going through a divorce and has been struggling through that and really needed to just get away. And we were supposed to leave on Thursday, and then she contacted me and said that there was a lot going on and she was crying. She thought maybe she had to cancel the trip, but then she thought maybe if I just delay it for a day and take care of what I need to and really kind of step back and breathe and self-regulate my emotions that I'm feeling right now, I'll be able to see clearer, which is exactly what she did. She stepped back, she self-regulated, controlled the emotion in the moment just to realize that, hey, this isn't going to last forever. There's just something going on right now I need to take care of. So that's what she did. I was super proud of her. And then we went on Friday and pretty much our weekend looked the same. Hanging out on the balcony in the morning, having coffee, getting our bathing suits on, going to the pool, reading books, hanging out by the pool all day, coming back in, changing, showering, and just walking downstairs to the dinner. So we were at the JW Marriott on the club side in Casa Maat, M-A-A-T. Loved it. If you would love to go on a short little vacation or even a week-long vacation, and you don't want to have to worry about buying all your food and all of that. And you want things included, that was where we went. And it was nice. They had certain dishes throughout the day. I love ceviche, so we got to eat that every single day. Chips and guacamole and salsa. And it was just a really, really amazing time. Her and I didn't eat breakfast because we'd walk on the beach or, go get a massage or something like that. So, but that connection time that we had built another bridge for us in our relationship of becoming closer friends and understanding each other and helping each other through hard times, sharing personal moments with each other. How much as grown adults do we step aside, maybe outside of our families or our partners, and go and relax and have some one-on-one time and connect with people individually? I will tell you, in my business that I've grown, the reason why I started community in the first place, I originally owned Lead Up for Women, and then now I own the Leap community. And I will tell you, the reason why I create these business building communities for women to build their businesses, to collaborate, to network, is really all about connection. We've said it before on our podcast. People are just drowning in content and they're starving for connection, especially coming out of the pandemic. I don't think everyone has fully recovered to even be able to connect on the levels that they want to, because they're guarded, or maybe they kind of lost how to connect, because still during the day, like most of you who are building businesses, I stand in an office and I have all of my connections through the computer. And I remember watching movies many, many, many years ago, watching kind of these futuristic movies where they are living in these, really poor areas, and they become someone different online. And I keep thinking to myself, is that happening? Is that already happening? Are we building personas online? I think in social media we are, and we're pumping out content and putting out how people we want to see us. And then we're not really, fully connecting and spending time with those that we should be. And that kind of moves me to another point, which is connecting in business. You've heard this saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And what you know matters. Having big business acumen matters. Having skill sets and experience and knowledge matters. I couldn't be a truly great business coach or consultant if I had zero skill sets in growing and building and launching businesses. So having that acumen allows me to assist other women that are looking to build their businesses as well, and are looking to generate the income for their goals and what they want to meet in their life. And everyone's different that I work with. I have women that are truly just looking to make enough money to run their business and have extra money for vacations and things that they want to buy. And I work with women that really, are wanting to hit that, 7-figure mark, and they have big, audacious goals on making over $1 million. And when you're in a coaching business, or when you're in a online business, as most of the women I work with are, they run retreats. They do online communities like yoga. They do virtual assistants. And so they have clients that they're providing services for. Many of them work with corporations and doing workshops, coaching high-level CEO executives, female executives. And some of them are podcasters and have programs that they're creating to allow individuals to be able to not work one-on-one with them or directly with them, but work through a program that's going to help them live a better life, whatever that looks like for them, right? So those are a lot of the clients that I work with. And in those relationships, it is so important for them to be connecting with the right people. So for example, if you wanted to work with corporations, large corporations, say more than 100 employees, 500 employees, you would need to start connecting with companies and individuals in those companies to start building those relationships. You can't, hang around just solo entrepreneurs, because that's not going to give you the opportunity to be able to connect with the correct people that are going to hire you. So I'll use an example in my community and throughout my career. I've made it a point to stay connected, pass favors back and forth with people that might, need me to help advertise something for them or put them in my magazine. And then I would, maybe offer them a part in my book or offer them a workshop. And then in return, they'll do something for me, and we scratch each other's backs all the time. Well, what happens is when you stay connected with these individuals and an opportunity comes up that maybe they can't fulfill, they're going to say, hey, I have a really great referral for you that I think could be great. And then that person reaches out to me and says, hey, we have a conference coming up. This just happened not too long ago. There was a conference coming up here in Arizona for the municipal clerks. They do an annual AMCA conference, and they have speakers that come in the middle of all their training. It's part of their training. And one of my friends here in the community thought I would be a great speaker based on what I do and the different topics I speak on. And so they reached out to me, and we had discussions on dates and times, and they hired me to come in and be a speaker. So that direct relationship I had with my friend here in the community led to a paid opportunity to teach a workshop, just like other women that I've networked with in the past in corporate America many, many years ago. When conferences come up, they will recommend me as a speaker. And these are referrals that are coming to me because I do the same for other people. If an opportunity comes up and it's not right for me, I refer other speakers. And I'm constantly doing that, especially if I have an opportunity to be a paid speaker, then I can turn around and offer that opportunity if they're looking for one the following year to one of my clients, let's say, that I think after the time working with me has really become a dynamic speaker, has a great presence on stage, and now they are going to, be that speaker. I've done that with many of my clients. So they've resulted in getting paid. They've resulted in having opportunities, all based on their individual relationship with me and other clients that I have in my circle. So I wanted to share that with all of you listening today, because a connection that you create with one person could lead to you meeting the man of your dreams, could lead to you meeting the wife of your dreams, could lead to you getting the job of your dreams, right? It's those connections that not only are so required, they're necessary for us as humans to be able to function at a high emotional intelligence level. It's not only needed for that, but it's also needed for us to continue moving forward in everything that we do. Those connections create legacies. Those connections create trust and love between people. I think about the individual connections that my husband and I have with our grandchildren. We don't rely on our children to create those relationships for us. We spend the time with individual grandchildren, creating that individual relationship that we know will affect them as they continue to grow. But as their children right now, they feel loved and safe and connected with their papa or their grandma. Some of them actually call my husband grandpa. We've got all kinds of names that float around, but we'll answer to anything when it comes to the grandkids, because, they're the reason why we had children. We love those kids with all of our hearts. So I'm sharing this all with you today because as you continue to expand in abundance, as you continue to expand in success and love every day, you're inspiring those around you to do the same. So if you are taking the time to call a friend and having dinner with them, and it's not anything that you think you're going to get back in return. I mean, I think this is the thing when it becomes entrepreneurship, which we talk a lot about on this show, because this is about taking the leap and designing your life the way you want it to be. So, of course, I'm encouraging females to start their own businesses, of course. But it's the connections that we make when we're not expecting anything in return. I've met women networking and said, "Hey, why don't we go have lunch? Why don't we go have coffee?" And they're never going to become a client of mine. They're never going to, join my community because they have a job. But they just wanted to go to lunch. I have those scheduled a lot. Um, I just love to chill and connect with people and get to know them. And I taught this in a workshop I did lately. So if you're like, well, I'm too busy, I want you just to consider what could come of connections of you just slowing down and sitting with someone and just asking them questions to get to know them. All individuals, including you, including me, want to be seen. We want to be heard. We want to truly be seen. Meaning, if someone asks me a question and I answer it, I don't want them looking to the right, looking over my head, kind of giving a gesture to someone else. I don't want them looking down at their hands, rolling their eyes, not engaging with me. If someone is truly engaged with me and they're looking at me and they're listening to me, I feel heard. And as a human, feeling heard is so important for us. I am truly probably the happiest I've ever been in my life, financially, health-wise. My husband and I have recently started water fasts and intermittent fasting, changed our diets up a little bit. We eat extremely healthy, but we kind of are doing a little bit of a ketobolic, where we're bringing in some more proteins and things. We've tried vegan. I'm vegetarian. My husband doesn't really eat a lot of meat, but he will. And I have had to sample and dabble more into some to see what I can deal with. Mostly it's fish, seems to be what works for me. But I'm truly designing my life and connecting with the people I want to connect with and spending time and slowing down to build relationships more instead of rushing and rushing and rushing and missing life, just completely missing it. It goes back to the half marathon I ran with 2 days notice from my brother-in-law several years ago. And I hadn't ran in probably 5 years by the time he asked me to do that. And so if you can imagine not training for a half marathon and then going out there and running 13.1 miles, I think it was. And that was quite a feat. I mean, I kept going only because if I stopped, I knew that everything would freeze up, which it did. Once I got over the finish line, I stopped running and then I couldn't walk again. So I had a golf cart take me to my car. It was pretty bad. I couldn't walk. But it took us like 3.5 hours to complete that half marathon because I was just with my brother-in-law. We were having a great time. We were connecting. We truly have that between us now. It's something we will always share. And I got to watch marathoners that looped me. And in the past, when I have ran half marathons, I would be done in an hour and 50 minutes. Marathoners wouldn't be in yet. I would have grabbed my banana and my granola bar, jumped in my car alone, driven home and, been icing my knee and whatever, and laying down and taking a nap. And, before my family was even awake. That's kind of how my half marathons and 10-mile runs and all of those that I ran in the past would go. So having the community of all the people around you running the race with your head up and watching the journey was so much more gratifying than just head down with the goals. And so if you're head down with your goals right now, it's kind of a double-edged sword because I'm all about goals. I'm all about pushing towards your goals. I'm all about, outlining those. I have a 12-week program I run every quarter where women come in and we work on 1 or 2 goals for 12 weeks so they can achieve them. And it's head down and paying attention to it. But I'll tell you this, there is so much in life that's happening around you that you need to stop and look up and really, really enjoy. I know my daughter, one of my daughters is actually going out of town, coming up here in a couple of months. And she said the week that we're leaving is the week of fall break. So is that going to be a problem because the kids won't be in school? And I said, no. We're just going to find fun stuff to do every day. Maybe we'll go to the splash pad. Maybe we'll go to the pool. Maybe we'll go goofy golf. Maybe we'll go to the Phoenix Zoo. I don't know. We'll just find fun things to do, fun ways to create memories. And that'll be my week. And I'll tell you what, my businesses are not going to fall, and the sky is not going to fall. I'm going to set myself up so that I can have that time away to be able to spend and build memories with them that I hope they will remember forever. Life is too short for us to only think about our goals and only think about selling to someone one of our programs. I don't ever sell. I know people are shocked by that, and my mottos are success only. I love money because it lets me be the best I can be. I love money because it's always here for me. Trust me. If you want to see what you're truly committed to, look at your results. And I'm truly committed to building relationships with people. And those results show that I'm able to go for weekends away with girlfriends, to sit at happy hours and, maybe spend the entire 2 hours talking to one person because I connected with them directly. I really believe that if we take the time to connect with other individuals and spend the time to get to know people, the fruit will come of that labor just as much as your fruit will come of the labor that you put in for the goals that you're achieving. So think about that. I run masterminds just for that, so women can connect and spend a lot of time together, and at the same time, really build their businesses and get advice from the other women and reach maybe another level in their business that they hadn't reached yet, or start another adventure like real estate and talk it out and learn more about that from the group. So, I create all these different groups, and the whole idea of that is for us to flourish in everything we do. And I have a one-day event coming up November 17th, actually. And that's going to be in the Phoenix area called Empower and Elevate. And that's going to be for women only. And we're going to have some speakers, some sponsors, some panels. I'm super excited because it's a chance to connect with other women and walk in a room of women you don't know. And what happens when you walk into a room full of women that you don't know? You get to meet some new women, and one could become your best friend. Who knows? Maybe you have some things in common, or you're getting ready to go on a cruise somewhere and someone there's already been, and then they tell you all about the amazing things that you should do while you're there. There's so many opportunities that we have in front of us if we just take advantage of that. So I definitely think you should go check out that very inexpensive day. We're going to hold it at the Forum in Chandler, Arizona. So that is going to be an amazing local event for any women that really want to come and connect for the day. It's on a Friday, November 17th. And then on November 1st through the 5th, I'm running a retreat. And this is a business building retreat. So if you really need to generate more income in your business, start a business, the price of this retreat is less than what I charge for a day of a VIP day. And you're going to get 5 VIP days with me, and some other leaders and some other speakers and some women coming in to teach us some things that maybe you don't know at this point. But it's going to be a lot of coaching, a lot of masterminding, a lot of building your business action plan. And this business action plan you're building is going to be the action plan that you get to use when you walk out of that retreat to go generate more income, to launch that business for whatever it is. It is going to be available for you to do that. So we have some really fun things coming up. Of course, the LEAP community, you can always jump in that at any time. We have events at colleenbiggs.net/events. Go check those out. And I just want to end today by telling each one of you, you're the only one, you're the only you that's ever been, you're the only you that's ever going to be. So how do you want to live your life every day? I want to live my life healthy, so I choose different types of foods. I want to live my life happy, so I create moments in my life that I laugh, that I'm happy. I want to rest, so I create a bedtime routine and time for my body to rest, to be at its healthiest that it possibly can be. I want to have adventures, so I plan vacations with my husband. I plan events with friends. I want to bring people together so that they can connect more. And that is why I do what I do. And I love it. I love my life. I'm truly committed to it. My results show that I'm committed to it. So I'm going to ask you, what are you committed to? Are you committed to you and your life and the connections that surround you that you can truly lean on, and they can create happiness for you and joy and love? Create them. Don't wait. Connect with other women, connect with the people in your community, do fun things and build memories with people, because that is what matters in life. It's not who we become as much as it is the journey along the way. I know you're going to be able to kick ass on your goals. I know you're going to be able to meet them, but I want you to look up and design this journey the way you want it to look and add more connection to your life. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. It was such a pleasure to have this time with you. And don't forget, you can find out all about our events, everything we do online. If you're launching or building a business, the LEAP community is the place to be. And you can find that at ColleenBiggs.net. Until next time, don't forget, be you and be strong. Bye-bye for now.
We hope you enjoyed our show today, as our guests shared their secrets on designing their life by taking the necessary leaps to expand their influence and attract the right people and clients into their lives. To start these easy steps for yourself, be sure to visit www.colleenbiggs.net/freebies to download the 7 ways to increase your exposure today.